Yvonne stood on the front step of her house, feeling the remnants of the cleansing spell working their way over her. At least she no longer had purple beetroot juice on her hands, and the flour was out of her clothing, even if the kitchen was still cluttered with the partly assembled ingredients for the cake she had been trying to make. She did not think she was going to get to finish her baking. It had been an eventful afternoon so far, and it seemed that was going to continue. She watched 3 of her oldest friends ride towards the house and walked forward to meet them. After the revelations of the afternoon, it was soothing to see familiar faces and feel the world settle around her again. Silman, the unofficial leader of the 100, was slightly in front, as he usually was, white hair a sharp contrast to his dark, beautifully made clothing. He was followed by Suanna, tall and stately in her usual dark clothing, and Micah, his head barely reaching Suanna's shoulder, even on horseback, clothing a colourful collection that did not quite match. As they drew closer, she could see that they were all wearing unusually serious expressions. The 100 only met on solemn and awful occasions, and she braced herself for whatever it was they needed her help with. It must be something terrible to require at least 4 Hunar. She braced herself as well against dealing with more unsettling information after an afternoon of shocks. First, Guy's unexpected arrival, the Goblin Lord unwontedly sheepish, swiftly followed by his mother's arrival. The actual star of the Carawan Shay, ruler of goblin kind, had been in her house. That in itself was extraordinary, and yet it paled against the news delivered by Guys that somehow, less than a dozen days ago, in a space of time that she still could not remember, she and Guys had formed a bond that was a lifetime commitment amongst goblins. The closest equivalent in human terms to this bond was marriage. She had told Guys just before he left that she did not want to be married, not to him, not to anyone. There had been no time to think. First Guys, then his mother, and then her children. Her ears were still ringing with Joel and Mariah's laughter. Apparently, they found the idea of her and Guys being married highly amusing. It was perhaps a better reaction than most, but it was still unsettling.